What is up, you guys? Welcome to your 40th tutorial of programming in C. And in this tutorial, as I said, I'll be talking about continue. Now, as I did for the go-to, instead of just talking about continue, I'll just create a program and then I'll tell you what continue does. Alright, so in this program, I'll make a loop and that loop will run 3 times, which will ask user for a number, and it will just multiply all those 3 numbers and it will show us the product. Okay, pretty simple. But one thing what it will do is that if a user enters 0, the product will of course be 0. So what we want to do is that if a user enters 0 in any of those 3 inputs, we want to discard it, and we actually want to ask the user a 4th time to enter a number. Alright, so let's make this program. First of all, let's declare some variables: n for the number, I for the loop, and of course product to actually multiply stuff. All right, and we actually initialize this to 1. Okay, I don't know if I made any product programs before, but we need to initialize this to 1 because anything multiplied by 1 will be that anything, and then you can store that anything in the product. If you initialize this to 0, then anything multiplied by 0 will be 0 and it will have no effect. Alright, so you just initialize 1 when it comes to multiplication. For sum, you can initialize it to 0. Okay, so let's start our loop. We want to run this loop 3 times, right? So let's start this with 1 and we run this 3 times, so less than or equal to 3. Okay, so it will run 1, 2 and 3 times. Okay, I plus plus, there you go. Let's put these brackets and indent, and let's ask the user to enter a number. Enter a number please. No please. Okay, leave the please. Okay, so scanf, and we want to scan it in, let me guess, n, right? Okay, so we took 3 inputs from the user in the n, and we will actually just calculate the product here itself. So duct product is equal to pure duct product times n. Okay, so as soon as the scanf gets 1 input, it will just multiply it with 1 and store it in product, and it will wait for the second input. Okay, so n keeps updating for the first value, second value and third value, and product keeps updating with the products of all these numbers. Let's print out product. Okay, so printf and %d, and let's print out product. Need to spell it right, as same as above. So our program is pretty much ready. Let's run this. So 4, 3, 2, and it gives us the product of all these 3 numbers. Now what we want to do is that if user enters 0, we actually want to discard that. Okay, so what we do here is that we add some code after our scanf. So let's add some if statement. So if n is equal to 0, now we put 2 equal to's, right? So let's actually put the curly brackets, because here we don't really have 1 line, we have 2 lines. Okay, now here we write, first of all, we need to reduce I by 1. Okay, because that count won't count. I'm sorry. I pretty much confused you, but what we are doing here is that, okay, if this is 0, just decrease I by 1 because we don't want to count it. Okay, and what we do here is that we write continue, continue, and a semicolon. Now what continue will do is that it will take the compiler directly to here, to the condition, okay, and it will check if I is less than or equal to 3, and if yes, it will run the loop. So by adding continue, we control our compiler, okay, and when n will be 0 and our compiler will reach continue, it won't run the code after this, okay, so it won't really multiply anything and our product won't change, okay, that the product won't become 0, okay. So let's run this and see how it works. Enter a number 4 2, let's add a 0, enter. Okay, so here you see 3 times was over, but still because we put 0, it's asking us again. So let's put 1 to keep it simple, and we are left out with 8. That is the product of all these except 0. Let me run this one more time. When we put more zeros, so let's put 0 0 0 0 0. You can keep doing this if you have so much of time, but that's how continue works, okay. So 2 2s are 1 and 2 3s are 6, so there you go, 6. Okay, so that's how you can use continue to control the number of loops based on the input which user gives us, okay. So that's all, you guys, that's all about continue. In the next tutorial, as I said, I'll be talking about breaks, okay. So thanks for watching and we meet in the next video.